Here's your Storm Tracker weather forecast with Chief Forecaster Bob McGuire.
That's right, and good evening, everybody. We're going to start off today with what happened this morning. There's a picture from Tracy Glen over there by Pryor Road. You can see we had a light fog that stuck to the trees, kind of frosted, and then we had a little snow which stuck to the frost and just made the trees look very, very pretty, and the grass as well. Meanwhile, let's move on and show you what's happening over in Wyoming. Here's the way looking Powell. Lynn Richardson got this picture of Saturday night's beautiful sunset, and there it was a honey, wasn't it? Meanwhile, take a look. Here's what's happening in Billings right now. Got a little low overcast, but right now it is just kind of cloudy and cold. It is 1 degree. Yeah, 1. That's it. It's the loneliest number you'll ever do. Winds out of the northeast at 10 miles per hour. It gives you a wind chill factor that feels like 15 degrees below zero out there. Now, our high temp today actually was 12 degrees. The current temperature of 1, that is also our coldest temperature for the day. Your normal high 36, the record 61 back in 1992, or 96, I should say. The record low is 22 below zero. Well, it could be worse. Back in 1997. And when it comes to precip, we picked up a couple of hundredths of an inch of snow this morning. That's about half an inch we had on the ground. And as you'll notice, here's where we are for the month and for the year. Just a little bit behind normal. We'll probably do some catch-up very shortly. But these are our reported lows today. Look at the teens below zero across the high line. Of course, here in Billings, we're at 1 degree right now, as we already said. Jordan, about 11 below. Miles City, 9 below zero. It was 11 below zero over Glendive. And take a look at our current temperatures. These guys here look familiar. They're also our current temps and our lows for the day. Look at Cutbank, 15 below zero. But over here in the southwest corner of the state, these guys are sitting above the layer of Arctic air. So they got into the 20s today. It's a pretty nice day out there for them. Wind chill factors, they're still kind of stupidly cold. 27 below at Cutbank. It's 15 below at Billings. Feels like 20 below at Lewistown. Feels like 29 below zero right now at Glasgow. 23 below zero is what it feels like at Glendive. So yeah, it's just downright snappy out there. Now on the threat board, we still have this winter storm warning for another 3 to 5 inches in the Flathead Valley and also on the Rocky Mountain front. And wind chill factors you think aren't so bad tonight. Look at Cutbank and Shelby. They're going to be 45 to 50 below zero tonight. Meanwhile, we still have a ice jam on the Missouri River over there by Great Falls, and that's causing some problems as well. But all across the High Line, we're still looking at wind chill factors of like 45 to 35 below zero there. It's just really stupidly cold out there. And as we move on tonight, let me show you. We're looking at Doppler radar showing, satellite imagery shows this jet stream continues to block here and just hold all that cold Arctic air right up around Montana and southern Canada. But now here's our saving grace. That cold air could be dropping down into Montana and Wyoming, but it's not going to do it because a couple of low pressure cells here, circulation around the low is counterclockwise. And as those lows track across into Idaho, into Wyoming, they're throwing the moisture and the cold air right back up at Canada, and so it's staying across the high line for those two low pressure cells. This one's going to do the same thing as it tracks across, still pushing most of that coldest air back up across the high line and not into the Billings area. So eventually this coldest Arctic air will start pushing its way into the Dakotas and around Billings and around southwestern Montana. When it comes to snowfall, it looks like probably just going to be light stuff for us. 2 to 4 over at Livingston. It'll be maybe 1 to 2 inches over at Bozeman. Same thing at Jordan. And then as far as temps tonight, we cool down to 4 below zero in the Billings area, 14 below at Sydney. Then tomorrow, maybe wind chill factors 19 below zero by 10:30 in the morning. That night we'll cool back down to 5 below in the Billings area, 12 below at Glendive, 8 below at Miles City. And then tomorrow we're back into the single digits above and below zero for highs. And for Billings tonight, down to 4 below, 20% chance for a few lingering flurries. Next 7 days, 1 degree and 1 inch of snow expected on Tuesday. And then we start to snap out of it. We pull back out and finally get back up into the 20s and 30s by the weekend on Martin Luther King Day. Sunny skies and maybe back up to about 38. Let's go back to the desk.